So recently, may pumutok na issue on food reviewers being paid to feature restaurants on their best-selling or best restaurants list. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of debate about it. Medyo naging viral siya. And one of the best things we can do about it is talk about it kasi there are so many learnings that we can have from that one. So we invited Chef Ed Bugia, one of my good friends, a fellow entrepreneur. He's a restaurateur. Siya rin yung nag-comment and magandang pag-usapan natin yan. And kung ano ba yung mga lessons na matututunan natin if we want to get into the restaurant business or if we just want to learn from what happened in general. So with that said, let's meet Chef Ed. So Chef Ed, laging sinasabi, the customer is always right. Di ba palagi natin narinig yun eh? So in this age of social media, do you still think that still holds true today?
Actually, marami nagsasabi, hindi tama yung kasabihan na yan. May karugtong. Di ba marami raw saying na may karugtong? Hindi lang na sa amin karugtong. Nowadays, the customer is actually not always right, but the customer is still king.
That's
Customer is
a
king.
nice statement. Okay.
Yeah, kasi we're all more educated and learned now because of the internet.
Yes.
Kahit na yung mga tipong tamad mag-research, isang Google lang naman eh. 'Di ba? Makikita mo na. So there are times na a customer can be wrong, but you still have to treat them as the people who are paying for their food, 'di ba? Yung talaga you treat them as kings. Ganoon talaga. Kami minsan talagang even if we know we're in the right as restaurateurs, no, chefs, restaurateurs, we really understand the fact na hindi mo pwedeng di ba yung term nga ngayon is i-gaslight yung customer mo. You cannot say na, hindi, mali ka. Iba experience niya eh. Di ba? So yun, that's really what it is.
Okay. Pero in this current age na parang marami sa kanila, kumbaga mapuna sa Facebook, mapuna sa social media, how do you kind of adjust or how do you react to, for example, yung mga negative reviews? And I think it's important we talk about it kasi marami din nanonood, mga aspiring restaurateurs na baka hindi nila alam how to react.
Maganda yung yung dapat reaction mo there. It's as simple as you have to understand they're not your customers to begin with. Meaning, okay, I lost you as a customer. Hindi ka na babalik. Di ba yung mga ganun, yung magalit eh, di ba? Yung, hindi na ako babalik, walang kwenta. They're not your customer. Huwag mo nang pilitin. On the flip side, ang kagandahan niyan, yung mga ganyang customer, it's not worth awayin. It's not, alam ko ako, at this age, tumatanda na ako, maano ako eh.
With age comes wisdom.
Oo, mapitik na ako. With age comes wisdom. Pero sabi ko, is it worth it na may pagtalo pa? It's easier to just say, okay, you are right. You get a free meal. I use the chef card, yung me as a chef. Come back to the resto, I will personally cook for you. Pambawi. Ginaganon ko sila. You know what? Almost 99% of the time, bumabaliktad sila. Nawawala yung galit. Promise, as in biglang...
Talagang totoo pala yung statement na kill them with kindness.
Ginaganon ko sila. Tapos sila, ay, chef.
Marami magpo-post.
Nagalit, no?
Ray, alam mo na. Negative review.
Hindi. Maraming chef, sorry, nagkataon lang, sira kasi yung aircon niyo when I visited. No problem, papaayos na namin agad yan. Or yung talagang, you kill them with kindness. Ang ganda lagi na reaction natin. Kakabiganin ka pa, I actually spent my anniversary there eh.
Yung mga ganun kwento pa. Dapat sagutin mo, ba't mo kami pinaglalait-lait? Nanghiya ka, di ba?
Dati sensitive ako sa reviews, mga Google reviews. No, yung mga, kasi nakakapanira ng business yan ha. Kunwari, they did not give me takeout. Sa takeout ko, they did not give me utensils. 1 star. Yari ka agad ang rating mo niyan.
Ang harsh naman nun dahil lang hindi linagyan ng utensils, 1 star
Yeah,
na.
we reach out to them. We reach out to them and say, hi, we really apologize. We don't tell them, pakipalitan naman yung we just tell them, they do it by themselves. Minsan ito true story to. We have a cafe in Antipolo. So, nagreklamo siya, 1 star yata or 2 stars. Sabi niya, they're queen naman yung pastry namin. Ang tigas, sobrang tigas. As in, di ko manguya, bato na siya. Tapos pinakita niya sa process kasi, minicrowave ko. Nag-reply lang kami. Minessage namin privately. Ma'am, alam niyo naman, tinapay, wag yung microwave, di ba? Pinalitan niya review niya. Ginawa kaming 4 stars na bigla. Sabi lang niya, siguro I should have eaten it in the store para fresh. Gumanon bigla. So sometimes, they just need a human touch.
Okay,
Diba?
that's good to know.
Oo.
Pero nakakatawa naman yun.
Diba? May ganun, may ganun.
Talaga in-oven yung microwave yung yung pastry.
Microwave. Eh, yung iba naman, they don't know the difference between toaster and a microwave. So it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, sige.
Yeah.
Oh, now, when it comes naman to influencers, some of them have ridiculous demands. Diba?
Yes.
Naging uso yan the last few years na they would message hotels, restaurants saying
Yeah.
a review for a free shout out
Yes.
or whatever. So in your experience, what's the most ridiculous thing an influencer has reached out to you in exchange for a shout out?
I think yun yung most recent na nangyari sa akin. Yun.
Oy, hindi ko frame ng ganun yung tanong.
Ang ganda mo magtanong. Yun na yun. Kasi most of the time, I get a lot of questions, and their code word for it, their code name for it is "Hi, are you open to collab?" Ganun lagi yan. Are you open to collab? Ako, antipatiko na ako. Again, with age comes antipatiko.
Hindi wisdom.
Hindi. Titingnan ko, parang, mas marami pang followers sa'yo. Paano mo mapopromote yung resto ko? Di ba? May konti. A lot of times, I just don't mind it. Or I'll say, alam mo, just drop by anytime, I'll feed you. Don't worry about it. Kasi kami, food is food. If you feel na you want to give us a good review, just by reaching out, sige, fine. A lot of times though, hindi ko na lang rin-reply, pinapansin. Kasi ako, lalo na yung resto ko, we made it a point na, I always make it a point whenever I open a restaurant, I want people to be able to afford my food. Ayoko yung labanan ko is yung Michelin levels na hindi na ma-afford ng lahat. Di ba? I eat at Michelin star restos and Michelin recognized restos. But me, as a chef, hindi ko habol yan as much because gusto ko everyone can get to try my food. Now, if I'm selling a burger for around 250 pesos, gusto mo pa mag-collab for 250 pesos. Parang ako, teka lang, sir. Kain ka na lang muna. Kasi, di ba, yun lang yun. Now, recently, I don't wanna tiptoe around it na. Recently kasi, someone reached out and said, hey, we want to include your smash burgers, yung Flipside burgers.
Which is really good, by the way. I've tried it.
Thank you. We want to include Flipside burgers in our rankings, our list, our list of the best smash burgers in Manila. Sabi ko, I haven't replied yet. Tapos sinundutan niya kaagad, all you have to do is you have to pay us, bayad ka, irarank ka namin, ganyan. Sabi ko, medyo off to ranking At saka numbered ranking Kumbaga 1 to 10 Usually pag 1 to 10, so sino yung number 1, yun ang
Siya talaga
pinakamasarap.
yung number 1.
So pay
Based on
daw.
sa
Ang term ko dyan, pay for play. Pay for play. Sabi ko, pare mali yan. You shouldn't. So, mabait pa yung reply ko. Sabi ko, kumain ka na lang dito sa amin. I'll feed you for free, but I will not pay you. Sininzone lang ako. So,
Hindi na nag-reply after.
a moment of weakness for me. Di ba weakness? I blurred this name. I screenshotted that conversation. I posted it on social media. Sabi ko, guys, mali to. It's not ethical. Don't do it. Kasi napakarami kong friends on Facebook, social media, I have followers who are influencers and content creators themselves.
Kumbaga, make it a teachable moment.
Yes. And they all agreed. Kinausap ko muna sila privately Guys, mali naman siguro to, di ba? Mali yan. We don't do that. A few days after that, the guy called me. He said, hi, I'm the owner of itong site na to. Ed, mali lang intindi mo. Mali lang intindi. Sabi ko,
Ikaw pa yung mali. Natatawa misis mo.
Ikaw, brother, it is very clear. Sabi niya, hindi. Plus, sinundutan pa niya ng, bro, everyone naman naniningil So what's the problem? So I go, that's not the point. We had a good conversation. Look, I will frame it as we had a very good conversation. Mabait pa ako. Sabi ko, ganito, ganyan. What you should have done is, come out with the list, and then, saka ka maningil. Sabihin mo, do you want an exclusive feature?
Yun.
Diba?
I was about to suggest.
Diba? Gawin mo na yung list, tapos,
Correct.
pare, gusto mo na feature na ikaw lang. Ayan. Bayad ka ng konti, okay lang ba?
Oh.
Yun, mas okay yun.
Ako, GG ako dun
Diba?
Diba? Kunyari kung may cafe ako, kunyari sabihin sa akin, oy, pasok ka na.
Oo, pasok
Doon
ka na.
pa lang,
Oo,
ano ka na
exactly.
parang, thank you
Thank
Tapos
you.
pagkatapos, tsaka mo bentahan.
Tsaka mo benta. Sabi mo, gusto mo, papadala namin yung mga namin, vlogger namin
Oo,
dyan.
yun,
yung mga
sakto.
ganyan. Diba? Parang, hindi. Tapos, he wanted me to delete.
Ay.
Ako naman,
Hindi naman naka-blur, di ba? Ay, naka-blur naman,
I
di ba?
blurred. Problema, ina-attack daw siya. Dinaretso ko siya, bata. Sabi ko, Brad, so your reputation precedes you. Kasi kinall out ka eh. Di ba kinall out ka eh? I never named you. Sabi niya, alam ng mga tao eh. That's not my fault.
Oh.
And then, sabi niya, can you delete? Tapos sabi ko, magdi-discern muna ako ganyan. Sabi ko, are you gonna come out with a statement also na explaining your side and maybe apologizing? And sagot niya, why? What's the point? Okay. Let's leave it at that. So parang ganun, we ended our conversation. I stopped na. Wala na. Nothing from me. Tahimik lang ako. The following day, all the media outlets picked it up. I didn't know how or
Oo nga,
why.
biglang ikaw na laman ng feed ko eh.
Nauna radar.ph. Sabi ko, sino yan? Hindi ko alam, hindi ko kilala radar. Sorry, radar. Picture niyo pa ako ha. Pero sa pinicture na radar. Tapos pinick up ng bilyonaryo. Sabi ko, patay kang bata ka. Bilyonaryo na yan. And then ABS. And
Wala
then
na,
paulit-ulit.
sunod-sunod
Wala na. Sunod na. So I was like, oops. I didn't know. Kasi nga, hindi ko binura. I didn't know. Do I feel bad? Do I feel sorry for the guy? Sabi ko nga, kahit pa paano, malinis konsenso ko kasi I never named him.
Yeah.
He's been getting violent, attacks. He messaged me pa, hindi ko na pinansin. Kasi sabi ko, pare nga, again, I never named you. So, bakit ka na-affect? Hindi ko mag-gets.
It could be any food vlogger or creator, influencer, or website.
Naawa ako sa mga legit website na never naningil na I was part of those lists. Actually, mga resto ko, and whatever lists that they've always had, never naningil. Sila yung pinagbibintangan. No, like, I can name them. Para alam niyo na sino yung hindi. Si Spot.ph. Kausap ko yung mga editor nila, yung mga writer. Sabi nila, Ed, inattack kami. Sabi ko, talaga, why? Legit naman yung mga list nyo. Akala, naniningil kami. Sabi ko, hindi kayo yan. So sa mga comment section nila Spot, I'm saying, it's not them, guys. So yun, that's...
Yun yung sakit na ulo mo.
Ang dami pang sakit sa ulo nangyari. Marami sa comment section kasi, you know how it is.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast.
Wild west of social media. Pero alam mo,
Oo, eh.
I just want to take a step back and zero in on dun sa recommendation mo, which is really nice.
Yes.
And I think that is a very teachable learning moment for not just food websites, but any media organization out there. Do not lead with parang, oy, i-feature kita, ito singil ko.
Oo, eh.
Diba? Before you ask, give a little. And this would have been a totally different conversation if tama yung sinabi mo na ginawa nilang, oy, kasama ka sa list ko. Top burgers.
Oo, eh.
Pwede bang either yung nga, sabi mo, either magpadala ng influencer dyan to cover, or kahit ano lang, we'll do an exclusive to cover the cost of the production, the manpower, okay lang ba manili
Oo,
kami
eh.
ng ganito?
Kasi-
Sobrang iba na yung situation kung yun yung nangyari.
Iba eh. Yun nga, parang pinapalabas niya, mali lang talaga daw intindi ko sa message niya. Sabi ko, no, it was very,
Balik-balik
very,
mo yata.
it was very clear. So, we have to understand there is a very specific relationship that exists between us restaurants and these media outlets, yung mga social media entities that feature us eh. Kailangan synergistic eh. Kailangan tulungan kami.
Oo.
And they need the money to survive also. Well, kami as businesses, we also need to survive also. So paano? We have to do it ethically.
Correct.
Yung sabi ko ethically. Kasi kunwari ako, there are cooking brands or food brands that also contact me. Ed, can you Siyempre, ang sagot ko, okay lang ba pwede padala ko rate card ko? Ganyan.
Exactly.
Yung ganon, kumbaga may delikadesa ng konti. 'Di ba? I think that was the missing part here eh. Yung konting delikadesa eh. Talagang irarank kita. Pero yung palang mali na eh. Why pay for a ranking? 'Di ba?
Correct.
Yun eh. Yun.
Kami, for example, sa Unbox, meron kaming annual gadget awards. So, hindi mo pwedeng bilhin yung award mo. So, pero what we usually do after we award the awards is we reach out to them, hey, parang do you want to do like a deep dive?
Yun.
We can do
Mismo.
like a extended video to talk
Mismo.
about the phone.
Yes.
Diba? Pero yung selection process is purely up to the editorial team.
Oo.
At walang influence yung sales team.
Yun ang mas tama kasi walang bias yun eh. 'Di ba? Walang bias yun. Kumbaga, ito objectively, ito pinakamagandang camera eh. Ito yung
Correct.
pinakamagandang.
Tsaka you owe it to your viewers, diba? And you owe it to your
Exactly.
audience. Kasi your credibility is what, kumbaga, trust is your currency.
Yan.
Diba? So,
Yan.
sobrang importante yun para sa kanila.
Ganda nun.
Ang usapan natin, maikling part lang yan, pero mukha napahaba-haba.
Yahoo!
So, I posted na I would have a chef today.
Oh, you did?
restaurateur.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some questions came in that I wanted to ask you. So, ito, more of clarificatory lang for them.
No problem.
Bakit daw maraming restaurant umaalma pag naglalabas ng mga PWD or senior citizen discount during sa checkout.
Okay. That's a very
Kasi
good...
diba may mga signage ngayon din
Yes.
na legit only, parang ganun.
That came from our association.
Sa inyo galing
Because
yun. Okay.
during the pandemic, we established this association called Resto.ph.
Okay.
It started out as a support group ng pandemic kasi, di ba, ang daming balita nun, yung mga farmers, yung nagtatapon ng gulay, ganyan. So we all pulled our resources, all of the restos. Kumbaga, bayanihan na to. Pare, tulungan natin yung mga farmers.
Gawa natin ng paraan.
Gawa natin paraan, i-can natin yung tomatoes or whatever. Tapos kaming restaurants, guys, lalo na yung mga baguhan, paano ba kausapin si landlord? Paano ba to? Pandemic eh. Paano? So, we formed this
Ang
association.
ganda naman nun. So parang meron kayong
Yes,
ano,
and up till now,
parang anonymous,
boys,
alcoholic anonymous pero for restaurant tours.
we have a weekly, we have a monthly gathering called Tipsy
ganda.
Talks. It's called Tipsy Talks. All the big names, you name a resto, we're all there. Parang kaming lahat, paano to? Fuel crisis, paano tayo
Organic lang
mag-adapt?
nabuo tong organization na to.
Yes,
Galing.
nung it happened during the pandemic, parang some people started reaching out.
Okay.
We need a chef. Ed, sama ka na namin, may restaurants ka naman. O sige, we need ganito. We need someone na malakas, si Moment Group.
Oo.
Sama natin si Moment, ganyan. And advisory board naman namin sila, Macdo.
Correct. Oo.
So,
So,
pa-advise.
naging legit talaga siya. Okay. Galing.
What happened there is, we realized, especially during the pandemic, nag-proliferate ang fake PWD. Yung senior citizen naman kasi, makikita mo naman parang 60 ka na ba, Brad? Diba? Kunwari 58, 59, meron na siya. Sige na, pabayaan mo na. Pero PWD ang delikado.
Paano fini-fake? Like, as in recto levels fake?
Hindi. May kailala ka lang sa City Hall.
Weh?
I'm I will not name the city. I almost named the city. Baka iban ako sa city. May mga city na takot ang mga restaurateur magbukas doon kasi alam nila number one na gamitan ng PWD and SC na cards.
Grabe. So, pero paano mo malalaman kung fake? Kung galing sa gobyerno yung
So,
ID?
exactly. Meron kasing database ang DOH na hindi alam ng mga tao.
Okay.
We have the right to double check in that database. And we do. Kaya minsan, di ba, ma'am, bago pa lang kumain, may gagamitin ba kayong discount card? Ito-double check na namin. Para hindi ina-update yung site. So usually, sasabihin ng DOH, ba't di updated to? Yung city nyo yung tagal ng backlog, di pa sinasubmit sa amin Ganon. The problem there is, sa totoo lang we're barking up the wrong tree here Sige, fake, whatever. Ang hirap i-police, di ba? Bakit pasan ng mga negosyo yung discount?
Correct.
That's what people don't know.
Amen.
That's what people don't know.
As a
They
fellow
say,
negosyante, amen.
nag-viral. Yan yung part 2 kong viral last week. Nag-viral kasi ang statement ko na naman sa threads. I said kasi, di ba, naging issue yung sa Meralco. Naging issue. Sinundutan ko, may reneplyan ako. Sabi ko, so gets yun na yung problema namin sa SC and PWD. Gagawa ng
kayo
batas.
nagbabayad nun?
Kami nagbabayad. May mga nag-try pa nag-correct sa akin. Sabi, bobo lang yung accountant nyo. Hindi alam paano
Offset sa taxes.
Now, here's the thing. It is a tax deduction. It's not a tax credit.
Correct. There's
Those
a
are
difference.
two very different things. A tax deduction, out of the 20%, siguro pinakamataas na nun mabawi namin nasa around 30 of the 20. So out of, let's say, 200 pesos out of a 1,000 peso bill, what's 30%? 60 pesos lang makuha namin. Wala, it's not the whole thing. Pasan pa rin namin yung majority of that discount.
Of the dead discount.
So sabi nga namin, gumawa kayo ng batas as much as you want, pero wag naman kami ang sumasalo.
Ngayon, ramdam ng lahat ng middle class yan.
Yun. Di ba, naging issue yung sa Meralco kasi the 4-piece na pag tinignan mo, hindi man kasalanan ng 4-piece.
Correct.
Hindi man nila kasalanan. Pero bakit nga tayo ang sumasalo? Kahit sabihin mo tagpipiso lang yan, 2 piso. So that's the issue. Same with us, kami, okay lang yan. Senior citizens, okay lang yan. Alam mo ba, hindi lang yun. There are also partner establishments. If you're a national athlete, may discount ka rin. Oo. Pero ano yan? Gray area yan. Kasi minsan, pinaglalaban naman national athlete, hindi, any restaurant pwede daw to. So kami, ayaw na may pagtalo, sige na.
May National Athlete ID?
Meron din, Medal of Valor ba yun?
ID?
Hindi ID. Basta
dapat
meron kang
papakita yung
medal. Parang may picture ka ng medal. May discount ka rin. Ganon.
Tapos lahat yun, kinikerry nung negosyo.
Yes.
Ay, grabe.
So, So, again, kami, hindi namin kayo kaaway. O, kung gusto yung mameke, bahala kayo. But you're robbing two people. You're robbing the establishment, the restaurants, and you're also robbing the government because tanggal din yung VAT, Tinatanggal yung VAT pagka binigay sa iyo yung discount. Ganun yun eh. Kaya parang ang gulo ng computation, hindi direct, 1,000 pesos. Bakit ganito lang yung discount? Kasi you take out the VAT first. 12% ka agad yun. So these are the things that people don't understand.
Ano yung nakikita mong solution for it?
Subsidy or tax credit. It's as simple as tax credit. Sa taxes nyo, 100%, ibangga nyo.
Kumbaga itatanggal doon para at least nababawi talaga yung actual amount.
At least sa taxes, hindi ganun kabigat na outright na wala nang refund done or anything. Ibangga as a tax credit. It's that simple.
Is that like a regulation lang or is it law?
It's a law.
Right now.
Yeah, it's a
Hindi,
law.
kailangan ni yan. Someone
Yes.
has to champion it and
Yes.
hopefully revise the bill para mas maging friendly for entrepreneurs and
We call
restaurateurs.
these laws Pogi points laws Maraming ganyan There's a law na dapat 100% ng service charge mapunta na doon sa staff. Dati kasi law mandates only 85%. Tapos sa amin yung 15% for mga breakage, ganyan. Kunwari, may masira sige na, hindi na namin sisingil sa inyo. Kasi ang pangit rin hoy, may nabasa kayo, tanggal sa sweldo niyo yan Di ba ang pangit? Kunin na lang natin sa 15% sa
Yung service charge.
may nagpa-pogi points na naman na law. Hindi, 100% goes to them. So kami, paano? Nabasag Ang gagawin natin.
Pumasaya yun?
100% na. For a couple of years now. We're all required to give the service charge to them 100%.
Wow.
So, di ba, may mga ganyan na law na parang, so paano?
So paano yun pag nababasag ngayon?
Wala. Hindi. Ayoko rin naman ikaltas dahil makatao naman tayo, di ba? Some still do, but hindi ko na makontrol yun, di ba? Kami, hindi ko na ikakaltas sa inyo, guys. Pero, ingat na lang tayo, please. Kasi medyo mahal din yung mga ginagamit natin na gamit, di ba? Yung mga ganyan. So, yeah.
Grabe, ang wild. Sobrang wild pala ng mundo ng pagiging negosyante ng restaurant.
Yes, a lot of people, when that thread naman last weekend went viral again, parang ang ganda na halos lahat na nag-reply dyan are also fellow negosyante. Hindi lang sa food. Sabi nila, tama po yan. Naawa ko, may nagkwento, kahit sa Grab daw pala. Minsan, sa Grab, kalahati daw ng pasahero ng asawa niya, puro may PWD card.
Ay, wow!
Tapos parang sabi niya, ganun ba karaming PWD sa Pilipinas? Here's the clincher to end this topic, yung sa PWD and SC. We're the only country in the world that has that benefit.
Talaga?
Yung discount na yan. May narinig ka na ba ibang bansa? Senior citizen, may discount ka. We're the only country. So again, we're going back to these pogi points na laws na pasan ng negosyante. Ang hirap magnegosyo sa Pilipinas.
Okay sana kung pasan ng gobyerno no?
Exactly.
Pero ang nangyayari kasi, they pass it on to either the business or the consumer.
Yes.
Which can even be inflationary to some extent if you think about it, diba? Kasi it's added cost.
Nasakto mo. So because of that, sabi nila, ang dami mo inaangal, di angat mo na lang ng 20% yung
Presyo mo.
Di
sino nag-suffer?
Exactly. So
The
that's
customer.
inflation. That's
Correct.
artificial inflation, di ba?
So mas mahal tuloy yung burger.
So yun.
Pero ang dami palang hidden costs, no, in running a business. And to think, may nabasa ako study recently, one of the most popular businesses daw that a lot of young people want to put up are coffee shops.
Cafe.
So kumbaga papunta sa F&B yung karamihan ng mga batang negosyante ngayon.
Because the barrier to entry is so low. Parang may maparod ka lang na video, you buy a very small, cheap espresso machine at home, matuto ka mag-pour over, parang akala mo kagad, expert na ako, tatayo ang cafe. Di nila alam na ang daming sakit sa ulo. Ang dami, you go online, ang dami sa Threads, sa X, sa Facebook, pasalo po, coffee shop, puro coffee shop, ang dami. Ang dami kasi
Hindi lang kasi puro aesthetic, guys.
hindi lang yun It's I think nasa-shock sila na ang hirap pala magnegosyo, hindi pala porket masarap kape mo, okay ka na kaagad. Hindi, mahirap.
Ang daming hidden costs. Speaking of hidden costs, meron bang hidden cost na sobrang laki na some of these entrepreneurs hindi nila in-expect na malalaman na lang nila pag pumasok na lang sila?
Hindi siya hidden, pero
Nabili ko na LGU, gano'n. O BIR ba yan?
yun. Taxes. Yung minsan,
Nagugulat na lang yun.
this has been a problem also for restaurants, no? Yung LOA. if
Ay,
you heard
nako,
of that.
sinabi mo pa.
They use it as they use it as panakot.
Oo.
Ang pangit ng term na panakot, pero they use it as, kunwari, kahit na kababayad mo na ng taxes, all is in order, mag-aano pa rin may na-miss ka na ganito, may
That's the way they
ganyan.
talk to you, no? As in, I was, sorry, I
Parang
just have to-
aregluhin na lang natin, parang ganun ang lagi nilang
Hindi,
parang
mabuti nga kung ganun yung tone eh. I was in a restaurant like a few years back and I overheard how condescending and threatening the tone can be. And kitang-kita mo dun sa mukha ng owner na sobrang stress na stress siya.
It
na,
is. It
lalo
is.
na kung bago ka pang tao, nun, hindi, bago ka pa negosyante.
Oo kasi kami, fortunately naman, di naman sabay pag napanood no? Wala ka pa pala. Wala ka pa pala. Di kami kasi, sige, let's pay the taxes properly, ganyan. Minsan, ang dami ko naririnig na horror story, kahit diretso, as in, tuwid yung pagbayad ng tax, may LOA pa rin. So kami,
I
why?
feel you. I
Why?
feel you.
Diba? Why? What does it do? What do you need? Tas parang lagi na lang, nakaareglo naman pala eh. As for a super small, parang nagiging, kunwari, utang mo, you owe 5 million pala eh. 10% na lang pala yung areglo. So parang, kaya naman pala 10% lang eh. What's this? So syempre, may konting, these are the micro corruptions that are ingrained in our society na nakakatakot. Kaya ang daming galit sa Pilipinas lagi.
Correct.
Oo.
Tsaka ang daming negosyante na foreigner, when they close shop here, they really point towards either BIR,
Yes.
customs, or the corruption that they have to deal with.
Yes,
Diba?
I agree. Yung parang, ang laki niyong negosyo, ba't kayo nagsara? Ang hirap magnegosyo dahil
Kumbaga
sa...
kahit kumikita,
Oo.
they'll leave. They'll pack up and leave just
Not
because
worth
it's so
it.
hard.
Oo, it's not worth the effort. Parang ganun nangyayari.
Nakakatawa nga eh kasi parang I just came from a meeting with the investor who was telling me yung isang negosyo nila was so profitable but doing well, but alos every year hinaharas sila ng government.
Oo.
Kasi yung statement niya was parang ano ba yun? Parang kasalanan maging successful sa Pilipinas.
Ang ganda nun.
Grabe yung tama, no? Pag marinig mo yun, parang
Ang
shucks,
ganda
no?
nun. Ang ganda nun.
Parang mararamdaman mo yun eh. Kung negosyante ka or kahit professional ka dito na makikita mo how your taxes are being
Yes.
used, how government actually weaponizes and harasses you for stuff, di ba?
It's I got shocked when one time a friend of mine said, he's from the US, no, he's American. He said, Ed, you know you're a very highly political person. Na-shock ako. No, I'm not. Tapos sabi niya, no, you are. In your small post about, yung parang government pa rin kasi yung nagiging ko. Parang sabi ko, well, maybe it's because I'm a business owner. And I ramdam na ramdam ko yung pagkukulang sa support na we should be pro MSME. Yung
Correct.
Kasi, you know why? These guys are the number one employer in the country.
Correct.
'Di ba? So, ayaw niyo yun. Nagbibigay kami ng trabaho. 'Di ba? So that people don't have to leave. People don't have to go on these cruise ships, abroad, para magtrabaho. Dito na kayo, keep the talent in-house, kumbaga. So, yun ang
Hindi mo ramdam yung support, no? Dito sa Pilipinas. Ang hirap talaga maging negosyante. I was interviewing si In, di ba? Yung previous episode natin. Siya cosplayer, creator, ///. So, tinanong namin siya, ano mas mahirap? Maging cosplayer, empleyado, negosyante. Ang bilis na sagot, negosyante.
Oo.
Kasi when you realize all the, sorry for the word, shit that you have to deal with, talaga next level, no?
Oo. Lalo na ngayon, wala kang makikitang negosyante na nakangiti ngayon dahil kababayad lang ng taxes. April, di ba? In-extend lang to May. Pero lahat kami. Kaya mainit ulo na lahat ng tao ngayon. Mainit na ngayong panahon.
Parang hold up.
Oo, parang kaming lahat ngayon. Ano ba yan? Bayad na naman tayo ng tax.
Mas makikita mo kung saan pupunta. Anyway, let's try to lighten the discussion a little bit. Kasi I have a couple of questions like what I
Game.
mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So ito daw, best burger in Manila that isn't yours.
That isn't mine. Ang gandang tanong yan. You know, it's not a smash burger. I've always gravitated towards the burger of Pink's Hotdog. They have a classic burger there. Ang kapal ng lettuce, parang ang astig. Mga ganyan, isang buong wedge nilagay nila ng iceberg lettuce.
Wow.
Sobrang crisp, sobrang fresh.
Nagutom na ako. Okay.
Tawang-tawa sa burger nila.
Masamang tanong to, nagugutom na ako.
Ang sarap ng burger nila. As in type na type ko. We have a lot of friends in the industry. I play golf with sila Sweet X, no. May maganda kaming kwento diyan but for another time. Pero maganda relationship namin even nung yung sa luma ko pa yung Burger Project. No, kumbaga we grew up together in the industry. Ang masarap na favorite ko pero nawala na nung bata ako. Naalala mo yung Hot Shots?
Oo.
Yun ang favorite ko. 'Di ba? Tapos nawala, pero wala na yun eh. So Pink's, I like Sweetex and yung Hungry Homies kahit papaano, no. We're all contemporaries. We call ourselves
Kumbaga, you're the same
so
generation.
we appreciate each other's burgers naman. I had one na galing sa isang garahe. Pinadala sa akin yung sa mga vlog ko na nagfi-feature. It's called Love Burger.
Love Burger.
Wagyu siya. And for some reason, I hate Wagyu burgers kasi malambot na nga, giniling mo pa. Pero, yung sa kanila masarap. For some weird reason.
Are they on IG or ano?
I think they're on Facebook eh.
So, sige, hanapin natin. Ang dami natin shoutout na negosyo. We will link down below.
Padala niyo ako. Sawa na ako sa burger ko. Padala niyo ako.
Okay. So,
yeah, and isa pang namimiss ko na, yung Big and Tasty ni McDo. Ang sarap nun. Ito sa limited edition burger, it's nawala. Yun.
tanggal na siya. Ako, quick lang, paborito ko nung bata ako, tropical. Nung bata ako. So I'm not saying that it's like the best burger, but alam mo yung emotional. Pero ngayon, ginawa ng casino eh. Nakita niyo ba yung ni Mervin?
Nakita ko yun. Yung post ni
Grabe.
Mervin.
Pati ba naman yung restaurant may game zone? Tapos ano yung kwento? Pag nakita nila yun yung kinakain mo, lalapitan ka ng promodizer or may credits ka para mag-casino.
Ang weird. Di ba si Tropical is owned by Mercury ba? Tama ba? Alala ko? Mali. Hindi ko na alam eh.
Ay, yun nga yung tropical na lagi ko pinupuntahan.
Same
yung sa
family.
Yung sa may Quezon Avenue.
Oh, same family.
Di ba may
yan,
nakakabit?
alam ko eh.
Nakakabit ba yun sa may Mercury?
Na Mercury? Oh, same family yan, alam ko eh.
Basta,
Ang weird. Parang ako weird. Parang dami nyo na pera, guys. Hindi nyo kailangan yan.
Hindi na kailangan ng brand collab.
Yeah.
So next, one ingredient that you would ban from the Philippines.
Oh, wow. Ganda nun ah.
Not necessarily for health reasons. Kasi pwede for health, pero pwede ayaw mo lang.
Sasagutin ko sana for health eh. Yung yung high fructose corn syrup. Yun yung actually nagpalaganap ng diabetic, yung sugar levels ng mga all countries all over the world.
Ano to tawag doon?
High fructose corn syrup.
So ano yun
It's
talaga?
if you look at the ingredient list, it's really HF CS. Wala yan.
Okay.
Sure yan. Kasi sugar na nga is killer. Mas killer pa raw to. Mas delikado, mas ultra
So in
processed
other
whatever.
countries, is it banned?
It's banned already.
Pero dito, it's not banned?
I'm not sure. Pero I think nagkaroon na ng law dito na fina-phase out na yan. If I'm not mistaken, I can be mistaken kasi wala ako dyan sa world na yan ng FMCG ba yun? Yung tatawag, yung sa FNB, no? Yung mga consumer goods.
Baka you can name lang, not the brand, but a popular parang type of food that uses that?
Drinks usually.
Drinks.
All of the packaged drinks that we have uses that. Yung mga box juices, bottle juices, soda. I believe there's
Gusto
a law
wala
that's
to,
fixing
Pwede
that.
ako sa Coke Zero
I'm pretty sure wala yan. Kasi nagkaroon ng point kung bakit, ito sa law a few years back, kung bakit nagmukhang pare-pareho na rin yung mga lata, mas lumiit yung mga lata. I think it's the amount of sugar also.
Okay. Coke Zero, baka naman. Pwede mo kami sponsoran. Okay, next. The most talented chef in the Philippines that no one knows about yet. Wow!
Ganda nun ah. May sagot na sana ako kung tumigil na sa most talented eh.
Sabay ka nun.
Hindi. Siyempre, the only guy who has 2 Michelin stars here, si Josh Bautwood,
Yes,
di ba? Ganda pa ng bigot. Ganda ng bigot.
But no one knows. Para may, kumbaga, shoutout tayo sa younger generation.
Alam mo, nandun siya sa in-between na if you know, you know. Kung kilala siya na chef, pero yung madlang people, hindi siya kilala masyado kasi he's one of those na we all wished and prayed he had a Michelin star, he didn't get one.
Sino to?
Si George Mendez of Modan.
Oh,
In Cubao.
yeah, I know.
All of us were like, meron yan. We were rooting for the guy. And then biglang, ay, bakit? As in, deserve niya yan. His talent is, really crazy. This is the second podcast na shinout-out ko siya. Di ko lang kung nakikita niya. Kasi gumes din ako sa Cool Pals. Tinanong din nila ako, saan masarap na Japanese? Sabi ko, go to Modan. Tapos sila, ano yan? So, alam kong hindi pa siya ganun kakilala or sikat. Pero yung anak niya nanalo sa PBB.
Okay.
Yung girl, I forgot her name.
Well, I wish I knew, hindi ako ma-showbiz but...
Di na naman showbiz kaya di ko maalala yung name.
Ano pangalan?
Si Caprice. Yung
Caprice.
Caprice, yun na. Yung tatay niya, yun yung chef na
Ng Modan.
George Mendez ng Modan. Siya rin yung may sikat na ramen sa Maguinao ngayon, yung Mugen.
Siya may hari doon?
Yung may crab na masarap yun.
Nakakagutom pala pag chef yung guest.
Tapos Makanay. I don't know how to pronounce it. Makanay.
Siya rin may-ari.
Siya rin. So yun, he is one of those talented chefs na nagko-consult na, siya gumawa ng pasta dito, like yung sa Key Coffee, Key sa 10, may mga kinontribute siya na recipes doon.
Oh, wow.
He's very...
Well, I hope sa next round, every year yun, di ba? Every year ba yun?
Yes, every year. Parang ano nga yun eh, parang ano, ang dali, hindi man madali. Pag nakapasok ka, mas mahirap i-maintain yung status mo.
Nawawala ba yun?
Oo naman. Di ba nga yung horror stories niyan sa abroad, yung mga, kunwari 3-star na chef, naging 2-star na lang, nagpapakamatay.
Uy!
Kasi nawalan ng star. Oo, maraming ganun. Real stories to.
Yung ba yung sinasabi, may napanood ako ni Marco Pierre White, sinasabi niya.
Si Marco Pierre White.
Kaya ayaw niya na daw yung stress
Binalik
na
niya. Binalik niya. Parang sabi niya, I don't need this.
May bayad ba yun para ma-include ka doon? Wala.
Ang understanding ko, my very vague understanding of the Michelin system is, if your country doesn't have that system yet, usually it's your Department of Tourism that invites them, shout out DOT, invites them for a fee to bring their inspectors to the country.
Negosyo talaga.
Negosyo.
End of the day, this still a business.
It's a business.
Pero hindi sila naniningil para malagay ka sa Michelin.
Yun nga, hindi sila naniningil.
Correct.
A lot of people commented nga dun sa post ko na Michelin naman naniningil rin. Actually, hindi Hindi sila naniningil sa restaurants. So,
Sisigil nila yung gobyerno.
oo. Pagalingan yan. Skill talaga yan.
I have two last questions.
Go lang.
So, ito naman, di ko alam kung tatanungin ko to eh. I'll say
Tanong mo
it, pero
na.
kung gusto mo lang tanungin. Worst meal you've ever paid for in a famous restaurant?
Marami.
Hindi ako yung nagtanong ha.
Marami.
Binabasa ko lang to. O, sino?
Marami. Hindi ako nga, wag natin sabihin. baka ipaskill mo ka ako dun.
Ako meron ako ikukwento na hindi ko
go.
nagustuhan. Pero nabaliktad kagad nila to talk about service. So, paborito naming steak ng misis ko, Mamu.
Oo.
So, lagi kami kumakain ng steak and special occasion. So, one time, alam mo yung dahil sobrang dalas mo nandun.
Alam mo kung tama o mali yung gawa.
Oo. So, alam ko yung steak tsaka yung fish and chips mali. Like yung batter was, sobrang connoisseur, pero yung batter felt wrong. Yung steak was kind of felt a little bit old. So, parang ang sad ko doon sa corner. Tapos sabi ng misis ko, and siguro may lesson din dito. Sabi ng misis ko, sabihin mo. Usually, di ba ang Pinoy mahiyain? Hindi sasabihin.
Yes.
Nasa utak ko pa nga, reklamo na lang ako sa Facebook. Pero makakasama ka pa di ba? So dahil sinabi ni Mrs., tinawag ko yung waiter. Kasi madalas naman kami doon. So sabi ko, yung steak, parang ang sama na lasa. Tapos sabi ko yung butter din, hindi. Ba ito, kinuha talaga nila, tapos pinalitan. Tapos akala ko, lulutuin lang ulit yung steak. As in, bagong steak.
Hindi.
Nilapag nila.
You know, as restaurateurs would rather have that na habang nandun kayo, sabihin nyo na, ayusin namin naman
Yun
We will fix it. As in, kung may problema, bakit nagreklamo ka pagka uwi mo?
Correct.
Habang nandun, ayusin namin yan. Kasi nga, remember the first thing I said, customer is king. Gusto ko masaya yung nyo, yung ngiti nyo. Kasi, look, you pay for a 2,500, 3,000 pesos steak. Hindi naman yung buong 3,000 yan mapupunta sa akin as a restaurateur.
Correct.
Diba? Ang pinaka-repayment na lang yan is nakita ko nakangiti ka pag kinain mo
Correct.
Kung di ka nakangiti, yari, ayusin ko yan. Kailangan nakangiti ka pag kinakain mo yan.
So, ano yung linuluto mo pag sobrang lungkot ka? Ganda, di ba?
Nakakatawa yan. Pag sobrang lungkot ko, nagluluto ako ng grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese
Na
sandwich?
kung ano na laman hindi lang cheese. Kumbaga, if you wanna put kimchi or whatever, di ba? Kasi there was this movie, I forgot the title, yung kay Adam Sandler. Yung tinuturuan niya si Téa Leoni, how to make a grilled cheese. People think it's so easy. Tinapay, cheese, ganyan, salpak with butter, okay na yun. It takes time. Parang yun yung nakahusa sa'yo. Kasi, you have to start with the cold pan. People don't know that. Cold pan, lagay mo. Kasi kung masyado mainit ka agad, luto na yung tinapay mo, hindi pa tunaw yung cheese. So, cold pan, you have to wait for it. You have to be patient. So, habang pinapanood mo, na matunaw-tunaw yung keso, parang nalalabas mo na yung
Lumalabas na yung luha.
sama ng loob Parang ganun Alam ko, ganun yung story nun yung kay Adam Sandler din Parang ganyan. So, natutunaw na. Tapos, pag flip mo ng pan, parang, okay, kailangan ba palamigin ko ulit yung pan? Or, yung mga ganun. So, it takes a lot of very basic skills that you have to perfect para hindi masunog. So, yun yung pinaka ko. Parang pag bad trip ako today, let's make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay, ang ganda nun. Tapos conversely, ano naman ang linuluto mo pag masaya ka and you want to celebrate?
Wow! Steak!
Ako din sabihin ko. Actually, araw-araw kung pwede lang ako magluto.
Di ba? Kundi lang ang mataas sa cholesterol, no? Kasi, it's
Pwede lang tayo team maintenance.
cook it on, ako rin eh, statins na eh. Cook it sa pan, iba yung skill set nun. Cook it sa grill, iba yung skill set nun. And to get it perfectly, kung ano yung doneness na gusto mo, iba rin yung skill set nun eh. Yung talagang experience and looking at it. Parang pag masaya ka, you wanna impress, let's cook a nice steak.
Correct.
Very carnivore.
Correct. Which leads me to our last question. Why should anyone, knowing everything you know right now about being a restaurateur,
Open a restaurant.
still be a rich restaurateur? Kasi maraming may gusto eh. Maraming gusto mag-cafe. Lalo na yung, alam mo, this generation, yung Gen... Ano may pangalan sa Z?
Alpha.
Alpha?
Alpha.
They're really entrepreneurial, ah. Like even Gen Z is very entrepreneurial.
They are.
So, alam ko medyo nade-discourage sila when they see lahat ng mga kwentong masama dito sa Pilipinas. So, knowing lahat ng dinaanan mo, and alam ko marami ka ng dinaanan, would you still recommend them to pursue that path of being a restaurateur?
Yes, but it comes with years and years of hindsight na eh. So yung mga, bakit nagsara tong resto ko na to? Bakit naging successful tong resto na to? Bakit kung walang pandemic, dapat 20 years na itong resto ko na to, nag-pandemic? There is a famous book for kids, mga kindergarten, mga rules, di ba? Yung always say please and thank you, May isang line doon nakakatawa eh, never open a restaurant. Meron yun.
Nandun sa libro yun?
Meron yun. Yung mga
Kasama yun?
tips for kids na you can read as an adult. Never open a restaurant. Ako ang sa akin, don't think of your restaurant as an instant gratification na business. It will not be. It will take time, slow burn yan. If you do it right, and even if you do it right, sometimes hindi pa rin ako makikita.
Pero kasi the government will do you wrong.
Yes. If you do it right and you make sure wala kang tinatapakan, you make sure your food is really good, hindi lang Instagrammable, hindi puro ambience lang yung resto mo. Kasi minsan kahit naka-monoblock ka lang, kung masarap yan.
A morning sun.
Diba? Pupuntahan ka and you may make money out of it. Diba? Do you need to go to culinary school? Not really. I think mas important, you have a firm grasp of business. When people ask me, Ed, my son went to culinary, gusto niya mag-restaurant, ano advice mo? Mag-business siya na courses.
Oo nga, no? Kasi yung iba, mahilig na inaaral lang yung pagluto. Pero hindi nila inaaral yung business
negosyo.
side.
So, you don't have to be a chef to open a restaurant. Some of the most successful restaurateurs are not chefs. Diba? And stop thinking of your food as, kunwari, lalo na kung chef ka, marami kasing chef restaurateur. If you're a chef, don't think of yourself as an artist. Masyadong artist yan, chef ganyan. You have to think of yourself as a craftsman. Meaning, yung gawa mo, kailangan mo mabenta. Kasi kung artist ka, wala kang paki kung walang bumili niyan Art, it's my art. Diba? Basta masarap for me. Hindi, kailangan mabenta mo yan. That's your trade Diba? Kumbaga, that's your trade. So yung create mo na yan, kailangan mabenta, kailangan makain. So it has to have mass appeal. Hindi pwedeng appeal to a certain select few lang. People can open restaurants but do not also, huwag ka na mag-monkey business, kumbaga. I've heard of people opening restaurants dahil lang the barrier to entry is so low. Wala, mapagyabang lang nila. May resto ako. Dadalhin nila yung mga friends sila dyan, ganyan. Is it a proper way to make money? Diba?
Probably not.
Probably not So, basta ang pakay mo, restaurant, good food, serve the customers.
Yun. Ganda. Okay, so baka we can quickly shout out the restaurants and yung lalo yung cafe nyo sa Antipolo, alam ko medyo bago-bago yun.
Yes. Well, my two main restos now are Flipside Burgers. We have 5 branches right now. The main one is in UP, Good Food, UP Diliman, Quezon City. Arcovia sa may C5 sa Pasig. We have in Greenfield, the Portal sa Greenfield in Mandaluyong.
May portal din doon?
Yun yung pangalan, The Portal.
Hindi yung hindi yung akala ko yung nakikita mo yung Okay,
Hindi,
sige.
The Portal sa Greenfield sa Mandaluyong. We have in Jackie Louville sa BF Homes in Parañaque, and we also have in Alabang West Parade in Las Piñas. Yung Alabang West Parade lang namin is under renovation. Pinapaganda namin, pinapalaki namin. So yun, we have 5 branches. And then finally, kung mapadpad kayo sa Antipolo, kung mapadpad, no, please visit. People think it's far. It's just from Ateneo, 30 minutes lang. No, it's called Easter Coffee Club sa may Kogyo, sa may Eastland Heights.
Mitch and I will commit to go there.
It's in
and
thank
visit
you,
guys.
thank you. It's in The Olive in Eastland Heights, Antipolo. It's called Easter Coffee Club. Just look for the bunny. Ang laki-laking bunny na logo yung namin, Easter Coffee Club. Good coffee, good food, promise.
Yun. So guys, make sure to check that out. We'll also put links down below to Ed Socials. Marami kayong makikita doon.
Nakalokohan.
And with that said, Chef, maraming salamat. Thank you for being on the show.
me.
And we look forward to more success for your restaurant.
Thank you, thank you.